Asvin is reacting to the letter. Do I want to watch him react to it? I don't know. I feel cringy watching a stream on my stream, dude. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. I don't want to watch it live. I'll watch it after, okay? I'll watch it after. We'll react to it after, but I don't want to watch it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, fuck, man. I'll watch it. Well, I want to see what he has to say, to be honest. I do want to see what I'm not sure. I do want to see. I actually do want to see, but I would rather just watch the VOD instead of. Okay, all right. Let's see what the bald man has to say.
Legion Raids are already too punishing. Well, you know what I think? I think soloing Vaulton is fucking awesome. I think it's really cool. And Vaulton was more fun than any of the other ones. Except for maybe Gate 6 Belshazzar, but it was fun in a completely different way. I also thought Gate 4 Belshazzar was really good too. And the Procol fight is awesome as well. The content is great, but the pass-fail mechanics are not.
It's true. I mean, I also agree.
Apparently, they've solved this problem. And they've moved away from this in the Elgatia and the Akan Legion raids. However, they're not in the West right now, and they're not in. There are
less, but they do exist.
At some point, yes. I just haven't done it yet. Vaulton was the only fun raid, and they nerfed the income to incentivize people to hone and do higher content. Dog shit way of balancing. Vaulton is, in my opinion,
oh my god,
I can't watch this, dude. Encounter that I have ever done.
It's just, oh my god, dude.
And it's not. Let's see here.
They did not nerf it to incentivize people to hone.
Call Cold Sadon?
Yeah, there you go. Because you're gold.
Guardian first time clear. And also, like, yeah, the cards. Like, how are you making improvements on the cards? People have Light of Salvation 30.
It's so weird how
Bro, I have Light of Salvation, like,
it's not a one guy. There's so many people say it. It's
and I don't even farm the way cards. How is it that you can't figure... It's nuts, man. There's new player card sets already. Nobody wants a new player card set. People want Light of Salvation. You don't understand. If you see somebody with a new player card set, you think, oh, that's a new player. They're fucking garbage. I don't want to play with them. And this is the economy of behavior that these systems create. It is because of the systems. The developer makes this happen. The players don't make this happen. The players are water, okay? And whenever you dig a stream and you dig a path for that water to go down, you don't blame the water for going down the easiest path. It's not the water's fault. It's the person who dug the water or dug the path for the water to go in. Okay.
The problem
and
is,
whenever you
and
dig
as
a stream,
said, I bet you they
regret
regret the card system so much. I bet you they regret the card system so much.
It's not the
because it's such a fucked system. Because imagine if they just gave out LOS 30. Like, do you know, it would be, I mean, I wouldn't care personally, but fuck me in a half. Ellie Bear, how are you? Welcome to me stealing content. How are you, Ellie Bear? I would fucking not care, but I would absolutely understand people that get pissed if they just gave out LOS 30.
Improvements. We've been in focus. So here, let's go ahead and do. Let's look at this. Let's do some logic, okay? So one, you have to do 2 Guardian raids, okay? Each raid gives 50 shards. Okay, then change this to, you have to do 1 Guardian raid. This raid gives 100 shards. You see how this is hard? You see how this works? This raid gives 100 shards.
Yeah, this is basically what everyone's been saying for a year.
You see how this is hard? You see how... Okay, let's go ahead and let's do Chaos Dungeons now. You have to do 2 Chaos Dungeons.
Because it doesn't make sense. It logically just doesn't make sense to go into an activity, leave, and go into the same exact activity you just did. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, just from like a design perspective, I talked about this in the last video I did. Why would you leave and then go back in. You could just make it more mobs if you want. It doesn't make sense, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, everybody's been saying this. It's something that everyone thinks. Like, why? When the game first came out, that was a lot of your end game was Chaos Engines and Guardians. But as the game has grown, it's no longer end game and it's a daily. And so dailies, I was saying about this, were designed for you to get what you needed to get done because, you know, as people got older, they wanted to play MMORPGs. Right? They wanted to play more MMORPGs because they had less time. So you give them all that they need in a small form factor for the day. It's called a daily, right? But when the dailies grow and grow and grow and grow, and it becomes like like this big routine, and it becomes an actual daily, right? But like I said, dude, the problem is here's what you guys need to understand, okay? If you look at the average player in Korea, okay, not here, because you get your information from who, boys? You get your information from who? Like, where do you guys get your information from about how to play Lost Ark? No. I want you to know. You're not from me because you guys don't fucking listen to me half the time. So let's be real here. So you get your information from, no offense, but the sweatiest people in Korea that create content for you to consume. And so what do those people do? They've got a juiced roster. If you look at, and this is where the disagreement is in Korea and why Smilegate doesn't make the change, is that the average person doesn't have a roster of 6. They might have 1 to 2 or 1 to 2 to 3, and maybe they swipe 2, right? So for them, those dailies don't take that long. But when you have to do 6 sets of Chaos Dungeons for 6 characters, 6 sets of Guard Raids for 6 characters, right? Your dailies become a daily. It takes you the day to complete them. I mean, it takes you about 2 hours or something like that. But my whole point is, you guys in the West consume content from people that create it, and their advice is for you to have this roster because that's what they do. But that doesn't mean that's what you need. And you're never going to agree on this because you have a roster of 6. And you're never even going to try because, well, what the fuck? Why would I do that, right? That's my point, right? You only consume content from the people that are the sweatiest. You're not the average player. The West is way more degenerate than Korea is, by far. And so you have a different gameplay experience. You try to min-max to the highest efficiency on everything. But if you think about it, would you really care if you had to do 4 Chaos Engines, 4 Guardians a day? Would you really care if you had to do them rested? It would not be that bad. You would log on the game every other day and be over. Like, it'd be so easy. But you care when you have to do... Now, again, I'm telling you from a fundamental design standpoint, it's dog shit. Why am I leaving an activity to go back in and do it again? It's so dumb, right? Like, 2x, we're looking for 2x. It doesn't make sense logically, right? Yeah.
Actually, let's see here. We need more time to think about it. But we understand the repetitiveness of the content, and Smilegate RPG is undergoing internal research and development to discuss resolutions. How long? How long is it going to take for the research team over there on Korea to figure out that maybe people don't want to do the same exact task 6 times a week? And you know what? If they did want to do it, here, this is crazy, right? If they did want to actually do it, then if you make these changes, it won't affect them. Because they can still do what they want to do. They can play an alt, and then they can do that. But you know what I think? I think if you make these fucking changes, none of them are going to do that. Because they don't actually want to do it. They're doing it because the game makes them. Yeah, take it out. See what happens. See how many people play the alts. Oh, they're doing it for fun? Uh-huh. Then take out the feeding of the main. We'll see how many people are actually doing it for fun. Take it out. See what
you guys are saying base G, but that's not true. You all make alts when I tell you not to make alts. Don't type base G. You're not based. Because you do, I tell you to not do it and you do it anyway. So don't say fucking base G when you motherfuckers when you care more about alts classes getting released than fucking raids. Don't type base G when you don't even listen to the advice. You don't even do it. I tell you not to. You're like, I have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even listen to it. You guys just fucking keep making these characters because you want to. And then you justify, like, I need them. Let's be fucking real, boys.
Let's see here. Mayhem, Zerker.
To be honest, a lot of people are pretty happy about the changes. Like, it's a little bit... A lot of people are pretty fucking happy about them. I think some of them is... Like, the one thing I do agree with is the solution to the Guardians thing. The problem, like I said, guys, is it boils down to a lot of people actually not having 6 characters and our version being way different. And they think that, well, if we give them nothing to do for these casual players, what are they going to do? And so that's kind of the issue. But I don't know. I still think it just design philosophy makes 0 sense. It doesn't make any sense that you have to do it, right? And I think a lot of people absolutely agree. Yeah. I think overall, man, I do, like I said, agree with some of the stuff for sure, right? Because I do. I think for everyone, the main thing that the only thing about the letter that people look at and be like, hey, it's the dailies, right? Like, everything else is really good. Everything else is really, really good. But I think the daily thing, everyone agrees that, like, hey, you need to do something about it. But I can't help but say I told you so. You know, I really can't. I have to be honest with you guys. I fucking told you so. I've been saying it for a long ass time. I've been telling it to Coxon. I've been telling it to fucking every single. I hate till I told you so. You do it to yourself, bro. You fucking make all these characters. You grind every day. You make yourself fucking hate doing it, and then you bitch about hate doing it. It's like, I fucking told you so, bro. Like, it's just what it is, boys. Like, stop. I mean, whatever. I don't know. I don't want to fucking preach the same thing over and over again. It's not really worth it. But if you, there's only, I'll never forget this, actually. I remember Oddity, right? And Oddity loves to grind games. He loves to go super ham, super efficient. But at the end of the day, bro, it doesn't matter who you are. In my opinion, it's a fast track to getting salty. It literally just is. You're just eventually going to hate your experience. There's no way. There's only so many hamburgers you're going to eat, right? There's only so many. It's not Oddity. I'm giving you an example. A lot of people enjoy playing games like that. But why wouldn't I make classes that I enjoy playing? Play what you want. I'm not telling you you shouldn't make them. My point is if you're doing them and justifying them and then doing all of these dailies and not being able to let go of these characters that you don't enjoy playing, but you keep doing these dailies because you think you need to be doing all of them, and then all of this is going to go towards you having a roster of 1560 or 1540, you're going to fucking hate your experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to hate your experience. Eventually, it will catch up to you. It 100% will. It's just how it is. And the information that you're digesting tells you to do that. Right? Like, it's just what it is, because you get your content from the most degenerate people in Korea. I'm not even sure they're my friends, but that's what they do. In a lot of cases, it's their motherfucking job. You know what I mean? It's literally their job. It's also kind of the game's fault. Of course, if you want to make it so that alts don't benefit you, sure, I'm not saying that. Where is it? The game is designed for you to do those activities, right? it creates an environment that makes you feel like you have to do that, and that's a design problem. That's not a player problem. For me, sometimes it's not a. I've been saying this shit for forever. It's not like I've ever changed it up. It's not like I've ever switched it up. I've been saying this shit for fucking ever. This is, you know what I mean? It's the same. My whole point is, at least you have some control if you like playing classes, just want to fuck around in a game and have fun, because undoubtedly doing the raids are fun. They are. Playing your classes are fun. But the idea that you have to do these things burn you the fuck out, dude. And if you keep just pursuing it, it's going to burn you out. So it's up to you. This is the control that you do have. You know what I'm saying, boys? Like, this is the control that you do have over the situation. You can look at your roster and be like, all right, I'm just going to stop doing all this shit every day, because if I keep doing it, I'm going to burn the fuck out, or I'm going to keep doing it, and then eventually I'm going to be salty and be like, what the fuck, this shit sucks. So I'm not saying it's your fault, not theirs. Of course, I've been asking them to change this since fucking last year. Right? But I still think you have a choice in what you want to do. Now look, boys, if your excitement in the game is making new classes and having fun, and that's the way you approach it, and you're just going in it with the fun aspect and you don't really care, great. But if it leads to you going, I'm going to raise all of these characters and have to finish everything, I need more time for Triangle. I was talking about this yesterday, dude. I was talking about this yesterday on my stream. I know that you guys feel the content cadence is fast and it stresses you out. But when you have downtime, what this does is it allows you to just then hone your entire roster. Well, I've got nothing else to do. I'm going to push this. And then it's going to create this mental pressure for you that I have 5 characters at 1550. So I might as well, like, I have all this time. Now I'm going to be, well, that means I have to run 5 1 through 4 Brels. Right? Like, with the more you have time to like develop this thing, it's like you're going to want to try to make back what you spent on it. And so if you, it's like setting it up for yourself, right? You just have to realize that if you have the ability, like, fuck it, I'm just going to do it for fun and just have fun and that's it, then yeah, fuck yeah, I'm totally for it. Enjoy the game that you want to, the way that you want to enjoy it. But you will fucking, it will burn you out, dude. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. It burns me out, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's times where I don't want to play because it burns me the fuck out. And I'll be playing something else, or I'm doing just chatting, stream. Oh my God, Stupid just quit Lost Ark, or da-da-da, because I don't want to fucking always do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to always do that. It burns everybody out, bro. It's you're not like immortal to it. It's if you eat burgers every day, no matter how much you fucking like burgers, it's probably gonna taste like shit after a while. So they need to make some changes, right? Because it's a design thing. I don't agree with Smallgate, and they're going to look into it and then take for however long. What I think is going to happen, this is, again, another prediction. Here comes the sure eyebrows. I think at June, you're going to hear something. I think in June, Loa On, they're going to announce it. At Loa On, it's going to be a center focus of their thing. I assume that's what's going to happen. That's why they said they need more time and they're doing internal development. I think at June, they're going to touch on it, and that's what Sane thinks too. We both think at June, they're going to say, hey, this is what we're thinking about.